The Light Brigade, which is expected to launch on all major VR headsets later this month, including PlayStation VR2, is in a strong position to establish itself as one of the best VR roguelikes because it most obviously emulates the success of the 2018 bow shooter in depth in all the right ways. We were able to see for ourselves how unique the Light Brigade is, with its focus on a wide range of real weapons from World War II and a lot of magical upgrades. The Light Brigade, a new VR game from Funktronic Labs, the developers of Cosmic Trip and Fuji 2019, will launch on February 22. If you've played QUEST2, then you can easily judge the charm of the Light Brigade, and it's definitely worth checking out when it launches for PSVR2, PSVR, QUEST2, and Steam VR headsets in the following 2 weeks. Before we dive into the thrilling details, all the upgrades and gameplay, please consider subscribing. So the award-winning roguelike bow shooter in Death, which was created by Sulphur Studios and Superbright, is unrelated to the Light Brigade. But there are numerous parallels that can be drawn. Similar to the Light Brigade, it has a high level of visual quality, realistic enemy classes, and a fascinating selection of weapons that can make you seriously think twice before emerging from cover. Furthermore, you will be fighting as a warrior of light acolyte on a mission to free the world from the control of the Obsidian forces. What on earth does that even mean? I can't say for sure yet, but it all ends up feeling like a cool blend of trench fighting from the First World War mixed in with a generous dose of magic and religious quackery from the Middle Ages. A variety of realistic weaponry is thrown your way by the Light Brigade, all of which demand quick manual reloading while engaged in combat. You can improve the weapons and pistols you get your hands on. Apart from the Mauser C96, also known as the broom handle Mauser, the majority of the items are what you'd consider to be normal World War II equipment, such as the Gewehr 43, Sturmgewehr 44, Colt 1911, M3 submachine gun, also known as the grease gun, and Nambu pistol model 14. Guns have a virtual weight of their own, so if you're holding a 10-pound rifle in your non-dominant hand, you won't be wagging it around or moving too quickly. There are 3 upgradable power levels for each rifle, allowing you to add accessories like red dot scopes and potent accoutrements that enable you to charge and fire extraordinary rounds. Additionally, there are deployable decoys that deflect enemy fire, health kits, and tiny potato masher style explosives. To level up each gun, you'll need to put in the work, which typically entails remaining in the associated class for long enough to earn upgrade points. Although that's just conjecture on my part, the game's actual difficulty seems to scale in relation to the level of weapon upgrade you currently have, giving you more and more diverse enemies to face when you head back in after your inevitable death. Should things become too challenging, then the user may choose between the arcade and realistic difficulty levels. All of the levels are pretty small at first, but they all inspire exploration because there are significant goods to be found everywhere, like the game's tarot card upgrades that may be found in glittering chests. These buffs are automatically applied for the duration of your run when you choose one of the 3 options provided by each chest. An average level run involves killing every enemy in the level, searching the whole level for lootable chests and other treasures, and then stepping into a trap, like the counterweighted log traps Arnold Schwarzenegger danced with in the first Predator movie, or even a simple bear trap. Then it's time to walk to the level gate, which requires you to clasp your hands in prayer to activate. A really cool and immersive detail. There are level bosses, but you may only ever reach the first. In the meantime, I'll be learning more of the Light Brigade and saving my comments on the game's mechanics and immersion for the complete review, which you can watch later after launch. Nevertheless, it's safe to say that I appreciated the entire atmosphere. Notably, Funktronic Labs featured a variety of comfort settings, such as smooth turning, changeable snap turn, smooth locomotion, and teleportation. For now, the game's inventory system includes a hip-mounted holster that can be difficult to access when seated, so prefer a standing gameplay. However, the game is available for Steam or PCVR pre-ordering on PSVR2 and PSVR, and on QUEST2 of course. So stay tuned for a detailed review on this amazing game. Till next time, have fun and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.